If your ears are open, then it means you're listening to another episode of Achievement Junkie. I'm sorry for you, but I'm happy for us. And my name is Nelson Rodriguez.
What's up, everyone? I'm Natalie Souza, and today is Monday, June 11th, 2007, and this is your daily dose of Xbox 360 news.
That was the scene at the local EB Games. Everybody was trading in their Crackdown.
You're crazy.
Because the Halo 3 beta, of course, is over for almost everyone except for this very strange select group of people who have carved out a defensive position in the beta, and they're not letting anyone take them out.
No, and why would they? I've heard game over for the last time.
Yeah, no, but there's seriously some people who are still playing. And anyway, we'll talk about the implications of the beta being gone and what are you going to do now with your time.
Right. I'm going to learn to knit.
Are you?
Yes, I'm going to make a scarf for myself, and then in September, I'm going to wear it while I wait for my Halo 3.
Yeah, can you knit me underwear? I'd like knit underwear.
That would be fun, yeah.
Reinforced.
Do you wear thongs? That'd be fun.
No, I don't.
No, because that'd be easy to make, less fabric.
Yeah. One of the things that you could do is you could surf the new PlayStation blog.
Yes, the worst URL ever, I think.
What is it?
blog.us.playstation.com. Isn't that a little awkward?
It's very smooth sounding. Rolls over the tongue.
I know.
Now, I actually think this is a really big announcement. The fact that Sony is creating an official blog to try to compete with Microsoft's efforts in community building.
Right. And I love the fact that they're basically validating the fact that community does mean something. Establishing relationships with your consumers, with your audience, means something to them. So it sort of validates podcasting in a way, too.
I guess so,
Don't you feel like it?
Yeah. Are we going to become the official PlayStation blogcast?
Yes. It'll be a blog. It'll be podcast.us.playstation.nelsonandnatalie.com.
I love that.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, we've been accused of being fanboys in the past because the name of the show, of course, is Achievement Junkie.
Yeah.
We used to be with the Planet Xbox 360, so it's all 360 related.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's really just a few reasons why this show exists at all. Number one is because the 360 came out first.
That's right. You're being for real.
No, that's a fact.
Okay.
Number two is Xbox Live, which is a huge advantage that Microsoft has over the competition, which is a really strong way to connect you with other people and also to connect you with stalkers and people who like to sexually harass you and stuff like that.
I love those people. Those are my favorite people, actually.
So that's an advantage. But the third thing is that Microsoft puts in a big effort to build community. Now, you can criticize it or you can say that it's just a business move, and maybe it is. But the fact is they do it really well. They give us information and they let us in on things. And if Sony can actually target this benefit, they might actually be able to get ahead a little bit, because just releasing Call of Duty 3 on both platforms, that does nothing, right, to gain in the competition.
It's true, yeah. I mean, so basically Microsoft is taking advantage of the fact that, in a good way, I think, that there are little foot soldiers like us podcasters that will go out and spread the news, that'll talk about their system in ways that, are good and bad, but we'll talk about it. And so this is what PlayStation is essentially trying to develop at this point.
Yeah, right now it's just a PR thing, like the guy is a PR guy, but that's the same for Microsoft. I mean, a lot of the people at Microsoft who do community work are PR people. But I think the thing that's really important is there are shows unlike ours that focus on all kinds of games.
Yes.
I mean, everything from CADcast to Uncle Gamer, Video Game Outsiders. And I think that a lot of those shows have focused heavily on Microsoft products, mostly because Microsoft gives these people access.
I agree, yeah, and PlayStation in general hasn't had the best reputation in terms of building community.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if these podcasts that talk about different games in general will now talk a little bit more about PlayStation.
I absolutely think so.
More news is available.
Yeah, I absolutely think that. I know from some of these guys who I'm friends with that Sony ignores them. I mean, literally, they don't invite them to anything. They don't show them games. They don't.
There's no love.
Yeah, they don't give them the kind of information that'll help them build it. So I really, the console war is on now.
Dun, 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 dun. You know what I think would be cool is if Nintendo came out with their own blog.
Their own blog
think they
or
do
community thing. I have no idea.
I don't think they're.
I play their products quite a bit.
Yes.
But.
No love.
Yeah. No, seriously. It is a difference. We can sit here and say that it's processing power and to some extent it is exclusive contracts, but a huge part of it is whether or not they build this rabid fan base that kind of collects around a community.
Right.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and it's not only building a fan base, though, it's also building their brand. I mean, I guess those are one and the same.
Right.
It's
now,
important.
I'm not saying that I'm going to start a Sony podcast tomorrow, but if Sony showed me Little Big Planet,
gave
me an advanced copy and said, hey, look at this game, we want you to see it, I play games, so
Yes.
of course I'm going to be curious about it.
Of course.
You know, I want to actually play it. But if you don't show it to me and I have to go out and spend hard-earned cash to learn every little piece of information, why would I talk about it?
Right. The problem is, if you were to receive a copy of Little Big Planet, you'd need to also get yourself a PS3.
Yeah,
So that's
that-
a pretty big
That's the
investment.
downer.
Maybe they could send you that for free.
It won't play. You don't think it'll play on my PS1? last-
Maybe.
No.
The credits, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a very sad weekend for some people.
Au revoir. Toodaloo to Halo 3.
Yeah, this is really a big kind of a deal in the sense that, well, not everything's a big deal now. I'm saying that everything what else am I going to say is a big deal? No, it's actually, it is kind of significant in that this is a major title for people and it had a lot of people playing and it just disappeared. That doesn't happen to games. I mean, you don't have a game that appears that everybody gets into and then just one day there's an expiration date and you can no longer play it.
That's it. No more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a good job of building the hype. You gotta
did,
gotta give them some crops. Or is
Crops.
it crops?
Yeah, no, you
I was
can give
thinking
them-
of like building farms or something
Yeah.
in Pinata.
Give them corn and
Yes.
wheat.
You gotta give them props.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have, the message at the end, you know, a lot of people obviously haven't played the Halo 3 beta. I mean, it was a limited community, so it's not like 99% of people who own 360s probably didn't get in on the beta, or maybe 90%.
Right. Are those,
So-
is that fact? Do you have that information?
No.
Is that stored in your brain?
Look, when you use numbers, you don't have to back them up.
Okay,
you just
all
have to. You just sound confident when you
Just
say
checking.
it.
You're
all
right. You're absolutely right.
90% of people haven't played,
99.9.
Yeah.
I'm 110% sure.
and those people didn't see the end screen, which says "Go play Shadowrun." So basically, if you played the beta and you tried to log in this morning, it said to you cannot log in, but you should go play Shadowrun instead.
Yes, if you'd like to shoot people and wait a really long time for a game match.
Yeah,
Maybe.
exactly.
Player match.
Now,
Yeah.
I sort of made fun of Crackdown by saying, of course, that people are trading it in now. I think Crackdown is the secret killer title.
Why?
Here's why. Crackdown has racing like Forza,
It does.
okay? But except the races are 5 times longer. So that's an advantage that Crackdown has.
Okay.
Crackdown has jumping like Halo, except you can jump 5 times higher.
Look at that.
Okay, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. So are you saying it's essentially 5 times better than Halo 3 and Forza?
And Forza and Shadowrun combined, because it also has multiplayer, but it has a campaign. And in the multiplayer, you can level up your character, so it makes it like a real RPG-ish game, as opposed to Shadowrun that's based on an RPG and doesn't let you level your character up.
Yeah, so you should have a t-shirt on right now that says I heart Crackdown.
Yeah, Crackdown is the secret weapon. It's the game that all Microsoft games want to be.
Very good.
And if you haven't played Crackdown, you can probably go to your local EB and get it for half price today.
I think you can. $20 in the bargain bin.
Yeah, so how did you do in your time with the Halo 3 beta?
Well, I have our stats. I thought it would be kind of fun to share our stats with everybody. I played 45 games total, and sadly only had 100 kills.
100 kills.
You know, I was happy to have at least break the 100 mark, which
Yeah.
is good. 448 deaths, man.
So you died 4 times more than you killed people, and you killed someone 2.5 times per game.
I didn't need a recap, thanks. Don Gorgon, that would be you. You played 34 games. You killed a total of 276 people.
Okay.
Yeah, so you crushed me for sure.
Sure.
Total deaths, 461.
No, that's not so good.
Not so good, but better than me.
The interesting thing is that we had access to the beta a couple days early, and I only played 30-something games. That kind of reveals the truth for me.
Yes.
To be honest, totally honest, Halo is obviously a very well-implemented game, but there's so much hype around it that you feel pressure to play it, but it really isn't. It doesn't hit the center point of my heart the way some other games do.
But what's missing for you? Why isn't it hitting the center point of your heart with the bow and arrow? Like, why isn't it targeting that point?
It's too twitchy. It's too sort of semi-realistic in terms of having. I didn't join the army, right? Like most of my family did, because there's a little factor to it that I'm a little too slow. So I don't think that I was going to be able to respond quickly. And Halo punishes me for that. Whereas as opposed to like a Call of Duty on the old console, that was a game that I did very well in because it was based completely on tactics and strategy. It wasn't really so much how quickly you could maneuver your controller.
Right.
And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being quick with the controller. I'm just saying that since I'm no good at it, I need to play games that allow for a little something else.
Right. You're just being realistic about your type of gameplay.
Exactly. So I found myself playing Forza 2 a whole lot more because it lets you draw. Because there's like a drawing
game.
simulator.
It's also really seriously a photography simulator.
It is also a
You can
photography
position
simulator.
your car, you can drop down low with your lens, adjust the aperture, and like shoot a beautiful photograph of your Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, it is literally the first fully functioning drawing game on any console that has racing mini games attached to it.
Yes, they need crops for that too.
The crops?
Yeah, I thought I'd repeat that joke for you.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
But back to Halo.
Yes.
I really did enjoy it, though.
You did.
I wasn't good. Let me tell you, though, the big difference for me is being able to play on live with people from Achievement Junkie.
Sure.
Yeah, because when I didn't, or anytime there was openings for random players, it was always a different game. All of a sudden, people weren't really talking, or it was a little awkward, or you got some guy being really mean. That part wasn't fun, but when you're with people you like, man, it's a lot of fun.
I found Shadowrun this weekend to be more offensive than Halo when I was playing it.
Uh-oh.
I played it with friends, and we ended up with a couple random people to fill in the party, and it was the gay jokes and nasty talk to each other, and a guy who decided he wanted to rap through half the
I love when that happens.
Half the match.
Yeah, beatboxing on live.
This actually came up on AOL's blog, the AOL's 360 blog, Xbox 360 fanboy. They talked about the idea of a party chat system that Halo should let you hear each other more. I totally disagree. It should let you hear each other less.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, but that doesn't tend to happen on Gears when you play live on Gears.
You're right.
Oh, but you know why though? Let's be fair. There's not as many people that play live on it. The matches are limited.
It's a smaller group, and also there's the Room of the Dead. When you go to the Room of the Dead, you can't talk to the living. In Shadowrun, you can talk whether you're alive or not. Everybody can talk to each other.
Yes.
So it's a little bit more of a noisy experience if you have a few jerks online. Now, I know you can cut people out of Halo, so maybe they do have a good point. Maybe AOL has a good point that you should be able to allow for party chat and then cut out people that you don't want to hear.
Right, that's true. Yeah, I didn't like the talking system on Halo 3. I think it just didn't, I wasn't used to it, and I didn't really try it, so half the time I don't think anybody heard me.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't have anything good to say.
I think they were just ignoring you, but the old Call of Duty games, what I really liked about them was they had a proximity system. It was only proximity, kind of like part of what Halo does, and you could hear somebody sneaking up on you if they were breathing into the microphone. So I had a friend who always breathed really hard into his Xbox microphone, and we would be sitting with machine guns in this little, like a burned out building, waiting for somebody to come by. But as soon as they walk up, you'd hear him going, I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna get this guy right now. And then,
awful.
Yeah, so that's the problem. But it was kind of cool because proximity is, if you're no good, if you're not quiet, then I'm going to hear where you are.
Right. You need to not play with that friend anymore.
I don't, because he hasn't moved to the 360.
You blew up your spot.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that we should all get together, hold hands, maybe light a candle for Halo 3.
Say goodbye.
I was thinking about maybe writing a song sort of in the style of Candle in the Wind. You know?
Elton John's Candle in the Wind.
Elton John. Goodbye, Halo 3. Though I barely knew you, I had a chance to play. I'm going to stop.
I thought I was on live for a moment.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Exactly, yeah.
That was a very special moment. I lit my cigarette lighter.
Yeah.
Just for you.
That's good. Do you smoke Virginia Slims?
I sure do. I'm cool like that.
Yeah. So we don't smoke at all. I want to say that. It's very
bad for your health, actually.
Extremely bad for your health.
You know what's good for your health?
What?
Winning contests.
Yes.
Don't you love winning contests? We have a contest winner for last Monday's game where we asked you to basically let us know if you had a link back to our site.
Yes.
A few people did. The winner is Arthur Lowenkamp.
And he wins Spider-Man 3,
Indeed.
a brand new copy.
Brand new game.
Yeah, Arthur needs to send one of us a private message with your information, and we'll send you the game.
Yes, including your name. People forget that unless Arthur Lowenkamp is your name.
Yes, and we have a new contest.
I know.
Today.
We're like going
Contest
crazy still.
We're giving away 1 free month of Xbox Live.
Yes.
And this was given to us by Fly ACL, who's one of the moderators. So thank you, Fly.
For donating. And so all you need to do is answer this question. How many people do you know own a 360?
Yes, but this contest is different. The way you enter is you submit this as a comment to our podcast post on the front page of our blog.
Awesome.
So not in the forums, just go to the front page. There's a lot of forum members who aren't signed up for the front page, and you have to sign up for it. So.
You know what? That's dope.
I know. That's good. I'm glad you said that.
Anyways, this is another episode of Achievement Junkie. Thanks for listening. I'm Natalie Souza.
And I am Nelson Rodriguez. You can check us out at achievementjunkie.com.